Hey, this is Stacia, and this is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to play a training game on chess.com. So I worked a Scholastic chess tournament today, and I was actually up really late the night before because I had to prepare the tournament file. Took longer than I wanted. Oh my gosh, we're playing a 1900. Okay, who cares what their rating is? Let's play a chess game and see what we can do here. Okay, will they do a Morra? Come on, you know you want to take. That will help us develop our knight. Better and you. Okay, nice name. Let's have a quick look at their profile since they're taking a long time. Looks like they're winning a lot of rapid games. They've been 2092. Oh, wow. Barely any games, though. So they won 8 and lost 1. I was a little nervous when it's a new account, but whatever. Knight to f6. It's a risky move. They're inviting e5. Which I kind of want to play, but maybe I'll go bishop c4 first. Because then on e6... Well, on d6... Wait, that's just a good position after e5, but... On e6, I can still play e5, knight g4. We can provoke f6 in that line, which I think is actually the best way to play for black. And then it should be equalish technically, but maybe a little easier to play white. Yeah, so I thought this move was a little suspicious, but this one makes sense to me. Because this is sort of the point, like, to play e6 against this c4 bishop. That's normal in the Sicilian. But in the Morra, we do it anyway because we just might sack here. I guess that happens a lot in the Sicilian as well. Okay, so how do we play? I mean, e5 is a move I want to play. So if we go e5 right away, is that anything or what? I'm not sure it's much. Like, if I kick this knight away, and we've got to defend it. Let's say bishop f4, and then f6 is what, this is the move I fear a lot. Even though, I mean, I don't know. I was analyzing with a strong player, though, once, and they were like, well, they're playing f6, they're weakening stuff. So maybe I go for it. Let's see. Maybe we go into this. I mean, knight d5 is bad. I think they have to go here. I mean, they could try this, I guess. Okay, they do this. So I could go bishop f4. I could also go queen e2 is also an option here. Let's just say queen e2, f6. That would attack that pawn again. Then here, and then if take, 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 take. D5, bishop B6. Can also throw in a check in that line. Uh-oh. Did I lose my internet? What's going on here? Okay, we're still here. Good. I kind of like queen e2. I guess it doesn't matter. It's probably going to transpose. But I like queen e2. I want to... Okay, stop mid thought. I just realized, but I was thinking. This is a normal Morra move. I feel like I definitely don't want my queen to stay on the d file, so I think this is where I want the queen. So I'm expecting f6, but what else could they do here? I mean, they could play here, but then I just castle, right? Like, they attack f2, but it's a little slow. I just castle. No problem. They could play d5. That looks ridiculous. I take, they take here. I probably just castle there. And then I'm happy because their knight was off sides for no reason. So it's going to give me a couple tempos. Big development advantage there. I'm sure white's much better there. But, they're not playing f6 right away, so that's a good sign. They went d5, interesting. So, do I take en passant? I mean, my student Jacoby Matt would say en passant is forced. So, I'm not sure I buy that, though. Not really. But I might play it. So if I take, I helped them develop their bishop, so it's kind of annoying in that sense. But in the other sense, their knight got rerouted, right? So take, take. I also like the fact that the e-pawn will be pinned. I'm playing this. I like it. It's nice that Chess.com has that little explanation. I actually need to get some water, so I'll be right back. Yeah, I mean, what else, right? I mean, I don't know what else they were thinking about there. Probably just castle now. I'm having this weird thought that maybe they could play knight d4. But I don't think so. I mean, I don't know why I'm having this thought. Like, if I castle knight d4. I don't know why that's popping into my head. I mean, I win a free knight. But then they could take here. Check, king h1. And I was wondering about this move. Like, it's kind of annoying. The knight could come back then. I think they might do that. I think I'm okay there, though. So I'm going to play castles. Yeah, my students had a great day today. Maybe I'll show some pictures after this game. Just really briefly, of course. But you know, after supporting my students on their chess and seeing their games, it just inspires me to play more too. Like, I want to play more. I want to get better. I want to improve. I have the Kings Island tournament coming up. 4 of my students are coming, and I've encouraged more to sign up, so we'll see if they do. But okay, so Queen C7. Yeah, they're hitting H7 pretty hard here. So I think they're going for like a Siberian sort of thing. So I think Knight D4 is a real threat now. Maybe. I mean, usually the bishop's not in front. Usually they're just threatening queen takes H2. Mate. So rook D1 would be a natural move here. Is it okay though? I mean, they could take on H2, so I guess the question is, do I want to let them do that? Honestly, I have Knight B5 as well. So Knight B5. If Queen B8, I can take that. They come here. I think that's actually beneficial, because then we go Rook D1 with tempo on the queen, and we've alleviated the pressure and improved our position. But here, they could first take if they want to. Something like this. And that's scary in a way, because if I take with the knight, they take with a queen, checkmate. So don't do that. So after knight b5 and bishop takes, I have to go king h1. And after king h1, they have to move their queen, queen b8. Yeah, I think I should just play h3, honestly. Let's get that knight out. They could check me anyway, but I'm not losing a pawn there, and the knight, I think the knight will have a hard time staying. Actually, they might have h5. So what if they check me anyway? Then if I take, it's still checkmate. So maybe g3 is correct. Doesn't help me get the knight out, but it does stop everything. And then I can play knight b5. They'll probably go a6 though. And if they go a6, I have knight e4 and stuff. I think I better play this move. I don't have tons of time. Yeah, but h3 just didn't seem good enough, so I was seeing stuff like h5, and I was seeing they could just check anyway, and I still can't take it. I have to go king h1, and then h5, so like, I'm not happy to play this move, g3, but now rook d1 will make a little more sense, because I want to open up the route for the bishop to come back to g2 if necessary. Not sure how I'll accomplish that. Also, we have discoveries on the knight. I haven't really mentioned it, but we do. I just don't see it working yet. but we might have like a knight g5 thing. Actually, knight g5 could be strong, right? It's going to attack this e6 f7 complex, which we have pressure on it. We have a lot of pressure on it. So this might be a real move. So if they just castle, for example, can I go knight g5 and attack their knight? I think we have to look at the sack there for them. Let's say they go knight takes, king takes, check here. No, it doesn't work. But what about, no, I don't believe it at all. No, it's nothing. Plus I'm threatening knight b5, which I do want to get in. So once I play knight b5, so if they just castle, for example, I will play knight b5, probably king b8, or whatever else, but I will take, they take back, rook d1, and that's a nice position. It's a nice position, so it just feels fairly comfortable. I know for some people watching, you're probably like, but you're down a pawn. How could you be comfortable? Well, I'm always down a pawn. So one good thing about playing this way is I've really kind of gotten a feel. It's almost like an intuitive feel now for like when I have compensation and when I don't. And I feel like I should still be okay there. Part of the reason is this bishop is blocked, but then again, might need to think more because that bishop could easily be released with the move e5. So, but I don't know. I'll have the two bishops there, and I feel like I'm just more coordinated. If the queen ends up here and I attack it with rook d1, trying to draw an arrow, I keep grabbing it. I just feel like we have comp there. We have comp there. Just have more active position. And a lot of times that's all you need, a little more activity. So what do I think they will play? I mean, I'm kind of threatening knight b5. Okay, I'm probably going to play knight b5 now. Why would I not? Can they possibly sack? Doubt it. No way, right? Knight g5 is a real move too. I mean, if f5, we win this. That's a fork. They would have to take. Then we take check and win the knight on g5. No, there's pawn on f5 there. But I still like that position, so could also take with a queen there if we want. There's also knight to b5. Which one's better? Both seem good. Knight g5. Could they just play knight to f6? If they do that, then I'm saying I'm going to sack, I guess. Which seems unnecessary. Take. Check. King h8. Yeah, I don't believe it really. So let's do this one. I don't think that sack is there yet. It might be later. But I want to play, I probably will play knight g5, but I won't necessarily take on e6 or f7. But knight g5 is definitely looking like an okay move. I mean, I'm threatening, you know, some mate in ones, which could provoke a weakness. So yeah, I feel like when you get better at chess, like when you're a kid and you're like 500, you're like, I know, I'll go here and I'll go here and I'll play checkmate and they won't see it. And then when you get better at chess, you're like, actually this plan looks good again. Because you'll get slightly better and you'll be like, oh, of course they'll see this, so who cares? But then you get better at chess and you're like, well, they'll see it, but they're going to have to play like some weakening move. They're going to have to move a pawn and weaken squares. And once, so it's still worth it because they're going to weaken their position. I'm definitely expecting queen b8, but I guess, yeah, okay, queen b8. I mean, so probably a take now. Right, that was the whole point. That's their good bishop at the moment, too. They could play e5, though. Take, take, rook d1, queen c5. Bishop e3, knight takes. I'm going to follow my intuition on this one. Just, I mean, come on. Let's take it. It's the Yasser Seirawan plan. If you say A, you must play B. Okay, so now rook d1 is my instinct, but I also feel like it might not be the best. Rook d1, queen c5. Is queen c5 anything, though? Not really. Okay, they have 7 minutes left. Yeah, I'm trying to ignore their rating. I mean, I don't care what your rating is. I could beat you. Right? Like, that's honestly how we should think. Okay, so I go queen c7. So I think that's a slight mistake because I can get my rook to c1. So let's get this bishop out somewhere. Where should this bishop go? I think on bishop f4, they just play e5, which is annoying. Bishop e3, they could take it. I take. I'm defending my bishop. Well, I better play a move. What about knight g5 now? If knight f6, yeah, I think that's just going to f6. Okay, I better just play, though. I was just tempted to play h3, but that can't be good. I could play bishop e3. It's a waiting move, but it does improve my position. Knight g5 feels wrong. I feel like I should move the bishop is what I really should do. So let's just do it. I don't like either move though, is the problem. I could go here, I guess. That's also bad. So if I go here and here, I have 3 guys on that actually. Never mind, they can't. Can they play it though? Yeah, they have 3 guys too. They have 3 guys too. Okay, I don't think there's any good discoveries. Like after takes, queen takes, my bishop's hanging. And they could play the knight anywhere, attacking the bishop. But I always have rook c1. And even if I don't, I feel like there's also bishop e3, so I think we're okay here. Yeah, it makes sense to take. I just didn't see a better move. I'll be really curious if the computer has something better there. There's just sometimes I just don't see a good move, but there is one. So that just means I have to get better at chess. Trading seems correct here. So I will, because they can't recapture with the other rook. So that means I can bring my rook to d1, probably with tempo. If they take with the queen, I can't put the rook on d1, but because it hangs, but the bishop is still bad. I feel like white still has some compensation. Could be wrong. Very well could be wrong here. What about knight g5 now? Bishop b2 is the other move, but it's passive. I just want to guard that square and play rook d1. I could play queen e2, I guess, but okay, I'm low on time. I need to play rook d1, I feel. That d file is mine. This bishop can't move. They could play b6. Okay, they go there. Interesting. Rook b1, bishop d7. Still think I should do it though. If they do this, we can just take it though. Okay. I want to play knight g5 is what I want to do. What if I go bishop c2 here? And I just threaten to possibly capture on h7 and play knight b4. I'm just low on time, very low on time. Of course, we knew this would happen. Is this how 1900s beat 1800s? Like, they just play a little faster? No, that's how, like, 1500s beat me, if they do. Except they make mistakes. There could be a mistake here, too. I mean, one thing I see is that I'm threatening bishop c2 followed by queen d3, which would threaten the bishop and threaten check. Well, I guess it's not checkmate, but yeah, it's checkmate. It's mate in 2. Check there. Checkmate. So I actually have a threat, but I did not want to play bishop c2 and allow knight b4. So that's why I went a3. I would not play a3 unless I have good reason. Something a lot of low-rated players do, they play a3 and h3 too much. I saw a lot of that today at the tournament. Where they're just playing it and there's like no reason. Like, they're like, oh, maybe my opponent might do this, so I better stop it. But it's not even a good move. You know, if it's not a good move, don't stop it. Let them do it. Okay, so here, should I continue my plan? I think yes. Now, they could stop the whole thing with like g6 right now, but it is a weakening move. But it also creates left for the king. So not there. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, I just lost on time. Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice the time. Wow. Okay, well. Looks like black's slightly better, though. I didn't see this move coming either, though. I mean, didn't I have increment? No? I thought I played 15 plus 10, right? Didn't I have increment? I just failed to feel the time pressure, I guess. That's okay. I think it was an interesting game. Let's go ahead and review it really quick. I mean, honestly, I should not look at the engine, so let's try not to. All right, so this is a strong player. Just turn the feedback off. Why is it still there? Come on, chess.com. I don't want that there. I want to make conclusions myself. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. I guess we don't have a choice. So we had a Morra Gambit. Yeah, I thought knight f6 was a little early. I can probably go e5 right here. I can, but it's still not great, you know. I can also go bishop e5, not great. The bishop e5 move I actually don't understand. It's like a computer move. We're obviously fighting for these squares, but to what end, I don't know. I thought queen e2 was good. Okay, it likes bishop f4. It's about the same. Okay, d5 I thought was a little bit of a mistake, but it's not, actually. Second most common move. Or second computer move. So I took, they take a castle. Second move. Yeah, I felt like I had compensation here. We do. Because if you're down a pawn, but the computer says minus 0.08, yeah, you have you have like full compensation for a pawn. It should say, you know, -1 because we're down a pawn. But it doesn't. So I didn't play knight b5. I saw a line here, though. I thought after knight b5, they could possibly do this. And I thought if I take, this is mate, which it is. So after knight b5 and takes, I thought king h1 is forced. And then it says, then they have to go queen b8. Yeah, and this is how far I calculated. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. But I guess white's like, okay, after g3 now. I mean, that's such a scary move to play. I mean, if you play g3, I mean, you've got to look at this and make sure that you're not getting mated. I mean, that's a queen and a knight very close by. So let's just have a look. I mean, I don't know. If I'm calculating this from afar, I'm scared. I'm scared. I've got this square covered, but they can check here. Bullet game? That's okay. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and knight h2 and queen g2 are the only moves. I would play queen g2. This is what I would play. Because now they kind of have to just retreat. It says they should take. Yeah, queen g2 actually I like a lot. Because if they do just retreat, I mean, they have to go all the way back here, and then we just take a knight. So, okay. I wasn't going to see that in a rapid game. So I played g3, but we're still okay. Knight b5 had to be best, right? Yep. Okay. So I took the bishop. I also thought, just intuitively, you got to take this bishop. Rook d1. Okay, and they go here. Now, I wasn't sure what to do here, actually. Looks like I made a mistake. Probably because they take it. Yeah, which I knew. I just didn't see anything better. I just didn't see anything better to do. Turns out that I have lots of better moves. I can go b4. I can go b3 with the idea of putting the bishop here. That seems reasonable. Or I can go rook e1, it says. Rook e1 I would not consider. I mean, I'm on the open file. Like, why would I play rook e1? I don't know. But I played this because sometimes I'm a little too dogmatic with my development. And so, you know, and I did say this during the game. I was like, well, let's develop our last piece. And then I couldn't find a good spot for it. And that should be a red flag, right? If there's no good spot for it, then maybe you just wait. So I should have played b4 with the idea of b5, I think, attacking the knight. So let's just say b4, a6. What does the computer want now? Now we also develop this bishop this way. Which, in hindsight, that seems so basic. It's like, this square's no good, this square's no good, this square's no good. Hey, let's find a new diagonal. Like, instead, and this square's no good because it blocks the rook. Instead of that, I didn't even look at this idea to threaten b5, but play bishop b2. That's a nice diagonal. So that was a big blind spot for me. Bishop e3, though, they take. Okay, we're still not lost. I take. Bishop e3 here. Here's another moment I did not know what to do. These are the moments I can learn the most from. If you don't know what to do in a chess position, it's a great moment to learn from. The best thing you can do is analyze after the game on your own. Try to figure out some ideas. Then meet with your chess coach and go over it. Your chess coach will know, most likely, what you should do. And if they don't, it's just tough position. I mean, I've heard grandmasters say, I don't know what to do here. I heard Fabiano Caruana say that the other day. He's like, this position, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, like, so chess is a hard game, you know, so sometimes we're just not going to know what to do. And we have to try to find the best approach that we can. I don't even totally trust computers because the computers have been changing their minds on everything, like, every year. So, like, who knows what's going to come next. But anyway, bishop e3 was played. And, yeah, I just wanted to play rook d1, so they moved their queen. So I did play rook d1 anyway, bishop d7. Okay, black's starting to get better here now because, yeah, it's clear why. I mean, I don't see why that's an exclam move, but basically what's actually happening is black is slowly eliminating my compensation. My compensation is based on a more active position and black being a little bit awkward, right? This bishop especially, blocked by these two pawns, which in turn blocks the rook. So once they play here, now the rook's coming in. This knight can move somewhere. I don't know where yet. But then the bishop could come to c6 and no more compensation. That's the way I feel about it. So a3, rook d8, bishop c2. Doesn't like it? Wait, so instead of bishop c2, okay, whatever. This is why you can't trust the low-depth engine in the analysis. It says inaccurate, dubious. And then I look now and it's the top move. Okay, it was. Okay, it's tied with the top move. I mean, it's giving me dubious, and then like a few seconds later, it's like, oh, that's the top move. So yeah, all right, Stockfish. Try to keep up, Stockfish. All right. Yeah, and this seemed like a very strong move. Bishop e8. I didn't see this coming, actually, but it makes a lot of sense, actually. So I took the rook. I mean, I don't know what else to do. b4. Yeah, actually, I just ran out of time, didn't I? Right here. I was like, wait, b4? I was like, I was calculating that. I didn't know I played it. Okay. I didn't play it. Yeah, bishop e8, and I lost on time, which is a little crazy, but it's been a long day. I am completely exhausted, and it's super late, and I have Sunday class in the morning. I thought, hey, a chess game would be a great distraction, and I just really wanted to play. So, hey, I lost it. I mean, it's a training game for a reason. I'm not going to be too focused on results online, but I do want to focus hard on results in person, which maybe means I should focus harder on results online. I just skipped tonight. Let's put it that way. So I hope you enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll be back with more chess.